Who created Facebook in a Harvard dorm room 8 years ago. Even more incredibly wealthy with a possible net worth of between 20 to 25 billion. Wednesday news time, 1:36. When my husband was diagnosed with prostate cancer, I learned everything I could about it. Talked with his urologist and did research online. I learned there were several good treatment options approved by the FDA, but one clearly stood out. Cyberknife radiosurgery at Winthrop University Hospital on Long Island. Winthrop's Cyberknife team has a great track record for treating prostate cancer with very low risk of incontinence and impotence. Side effects we both worried about. Experience counts, and Winthrop has more Cyberknife prostate cancer experience than any place I could find. In fact, teams from around the world travel to Winthrop for training, so they must be good. Once we decided on Cyberknife, choosing Winthrop was a no-brainer. His treatment, a complete success. No surgery, no pain, and it only took 5 minutes. Listen, if someone you love is diagnosed with prostate cancer, trust the experienced cyber team at Winthrop. Call 1-866-WINTHROP or go to winthrop.org.
Fight your prostate cancer at Winthrop. Your health means everything.
Wednesday news time, 1:37. The debate over same-sex marriage moves to Washington State, where lawmakers vote today on a bill to legalize it. Democratic Governor Greg says she's optimistic it will pass, and she's ready to put her name on it.
If any governor could see the kind of stories that would have been told me in emails, I think they would understand that really they need to rethink as hard as it is and ask if their journey should reach the point where they still continue to say no.
Democratic lawmakers in New Jersey introduced a same-sex marriage bill last week. Governor Chris Christie says he wants to put the issue before the voters. News time, 1:38. Time for the 1010 Wins Sleepy's Entertainment Report. Sleepy's, the most trusted name in mattresses. Sleepy's, the mattress professionals. The Boss is going to play the Apollo. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band's coming to the Harlem Theater March 9th, but don't get too excited. We're going to perform for a small group of Sirius XM contest winners. The show is being held 3 days after the release of Springsteen's new album, Wrecking Ball. Snooki shoots down the tabloid talk of her impending motherhood. She told the Opie and Anthony show on Sirius XM she's not pregnant.
They're not saying you're fat. I think that they probably heard a rumor. Yeah, you can't look at you and think that you look that way.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, because I've never said one post.
So you're saying no? Yeah. You're saying no to this, obviously.
No.
Okay, there you go. Oh, no, man. You lost all the weight.
The false report that Snooki was pregnant came from Star Magazine. Wednesday news time, 1:39.
Big River, the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, won 7 Tony Awards and 8 Drama Desk Awards. Beginning February 2nd, Treasure is playing at the Westchester Broadway Theater in Ellsworth, New York for a limited run through February 26th. This moving musical runs the gamut from rockabilly to country, gospel to soul. Westchester Broadway Theater is a short trip from Manhattan, with special matinee and evening shows, offering quality Broadway performances for everyone. Use the code RIVER6 for a special price of $55. That includes the show, dinner, and party. That's $20 off the book. The furniture supply. Big River will spice up your February blues. Tickets on sale now at the ABC box office. 914-922-2222. 914-593-2222. Or BroadwayTheater.com. Broadway, THEATRE.com. And use promo code RIVER6.
Need more information about something on radio? You'll find video, text, photos, and in-depth coverage of today's stories online at 1010wins.com.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 61 degrees at 1:40 on this Wednesday, the 1st of February. I'm Sandy Klein, and here's what's happening. Even though he took a bullet to the head, one of New York's finest is expected to make a full recovery, and police say they have their suspect. Campus police are looking for the person responsible for leaving messages of hate at New Jersey's Montclair State University. A new congressional report minces no words when it comes to indoor tanning salons and teens. Move over Louvre. Spain's Prado Museum says it has a copy of Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, painted at the same time as the original. The 1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast, a mix of clouds and sun this afternoon. Will have a high of 64 degrees.
This is Doug Thompson. The Giants, with one exception, at the practice field in Indianapolis. The Nets host the Pistons tonight. The Rangers skate in Buffalo.
I'm Adrienne Mitchell. Packaging change may have scared away some of Hershey's sweet tooth shoppers. The major index is looking pretty sweet. The Dow up 146 points. When's news time? 1:41. Time for traffic and transit on the one. Here's Matt Ward.
Well, traffic in Queens has been moving along pretty well now. The Long Island Expressway getting better past the Grand Central Parkway. This report is sponsored by the New York Times. The traffic is slowing down just a bit on the Grand Central over by LaGuardia. And the true ride on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, very crowded now west from the Brooklyn Bridge into Atlantic Avenue. It's an accident that's on the shoulder of the roadway. That's why it's so slow. And it's been really bad on the FDR Drive and the uptown from the 60s back to the lower 100s. Auto repairs going on. A couple lanes have been closed off. Over to the west side of the traffic moving along pretty well. Another accident on the BQE. This will be west right by the Long Island Expressway. Delays back from Queens Boulevard as a result. And a stalled car in the Banwick South over by 20th Avenue. That also sits on the shoulder. And there's a northbound accident right in that same spot on the Banwick. So suddenly a number of things happening here. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Slowest ride has been getting to the Lincoln Tunnel on the 41st Street approach with an accident being cleared. Watch Umbrella Man, a 6-minute documentary by Oscar winner Earl Morris, revisiting the JFK assassination only on nytimes.com/opinion. I'm Matt Ward. Our next report at 1:51 on 1010 Wins.
When's news time? 1:42. New York City Police Officer Kevin Brennan is one very lucky man. The 29-year-old expected to make a full recovery even though he was shot in the head while chasing a suspect in Brooklyn's Bushwick houses last night.
The commissioner viewed a video in which he says 21-year-old Luis Ortiz wrestles, points a gun at Officer Brennan's head, that he had them in a headlock. The two were wrestling in an alcove in the building. The shooting itself, however, is not seen on the video. But Kelly says Brennan was shot at point-blank range, and it's possible that Ortiz tried to fire a second shot as well. Brennan and other officers had responded to the location of a report of shots fired, and according to the commissioner, Ortiz had fired 2 rounds at another man in a stare down. They're not sure of the nature of that dispute. Juliet Papa, 1010 Wins from Police Headquarters.
Officer Brennan's wife, Janet, and family members rushed to his side after the shooting, and we're told he has been able to speak at the hospital. His Uncle Michael and Aunt Carrie among those pulling for the young officer.
He's a great guy. He's a good kid. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Janet, have you been able to speak to Janet or him?
We were there last night, and
She's being strong. She's strong as that. Officer Brennan's wife gave birth to a baby girl less than 2 months ago, and they just celebrated her christening. The family rents part of a 2-family home in Garden City Park. More there at 1010 Wins on Long Island. Wins news time, 1:44. Sports in a minute on 1010 Wins.
Do you need help with high heating bills this winter? If you're a homeowner and in need of heating assistance, New York City's Home Energy Assistance Program, or HEAP, can help you with your heating and energy bills or fuel costs.
In 2010, I got pretty sick, and I didn't know how I would pay both my heating and medical bills. Topping off, my boiler broke in the middle of a very cold winter night. Thankfully, the Home Energy Assistance Program helped me get a new boiler and keep me warm while I got better.
To see if you are eligible and find out how to apply for HEAP, go to nyc.gov or call 311, and they can help you warm your winter.
Looking for a great midweek getaway? Experience the newly renovated Villa Roma Resort for only $50 a night. For a limited time only, enjoy 3 meals daily, nightly entertainment, indoor swimming, shopping, dozens of indoor and outdoor activities, and more on select midweek dates for only $50 per person per night. At this great rate, you can't afford to stay home. The new Villa Roma Resort, just 2 hours from New York City. Book now. Time is running out. Call 1-800-533-6767 or visit villaroma.com.
Wins news time, 1:45. Now 1010 Wins Sports, sponsored by Bob's Discount Furniture. Here's Doug Thompson.
It was a no-show for today's mandatory media session, so he's been hit with a fine of $20,000. At this point, it's still not clear why Giants defensive end O.C. Umenyiora didn't make an appearance in front of reporters today in Indianapolis, but O.C. did report on time for the Giants team meeting that followed shortly thereafter. And the Giants hold the first practice of the week today, getting a little closer to facing the Patriots in Super Bowl 46 on Sunday. Umenyiora, part of a defensive unit that's eager to put pressure on Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. Justin Tuck says that's going to be a team effort.
And we just want to go out and intertwine in between, our corners, our D-backs, rerouting their wide receivers, us giving them different looks where Brady doesn't necessarily know where to go with the ball. And, at the end of the day, somebody up front has to beat somebody. And, you can watch as much film as you want to. If you're able to do those things, you're going to be successful against a guy like that.
As for the Patriots, their training staff is said to be working on a special fleet for tight end Rob Gronkowski that would make it easier for him to play on his high ankle sprain. NBA tonight, bit of a homecoming in New Jersey as Lawrence Frank returns to face his former team, the Nets.